Good morning, everyone. We are the Group 5. So today we will discuss about the philosophies of education and teaching philosophy. So before we proceed to our topic, let me read first our objective. So at the end of the lesson, students should be able to A. Identify the meaning and the major of philosophies of education. B. Appreciate the teaching philosophy. Philosophies of education. So una is identify muna natin kung ano ba meaning nitong philosophies of education. So philosophy derived into two Greek words. Philos means love and suppose is wisdom. Also philosophy means love for knowledge or passion for learning. It is the study of general and fundamental questions about existence, knowledge, values, reason, mind and language. Such questions are often posed as problems to be studied or resolved. For education means acquisitions of knowledge, a tool to discipline the intellect, a preparation for life, direction, growth, transmission of culture. So, kung babasahin natin ito, love, wisdom of teaching. Yan yung lalabas sa philosophies of education. It is very important to understand how philosophy and education are interrelated. It is because how you become an effective teacher you can be. And it is about understanding your own beliefs while emphasize to others. Existential question. Ito yung mga nag-i-exist na mga questions about our individual life or as a normal person. So, the questions that belongs here are, what is life? How should I live life meaningfully? What's good to do? Who am I? It's the universe real? Why I am here? Why I'm living for? So, ito yung mga normal question natin about sa pamumuhay natin at sa sarili natin. Kung meron tayong existential question, we have school context questions also. So, ito yung mga katanungan sa loob ng school and as a teacher. So, the questions that belongs here are, what do I teach? What should I teach? How school I teach? What is the nature of the learner? How do we learn? So, ito yung mga questions kapag nasa loob ng school at bilang guro. So, let's proceed to the 5 major philosophies of education. We'll examine 5 such schools of thoughts: essentialism, progressivism, perennialism, existentialism, and behavioralism. So each has many supporters and American education today. So first in the list is essentialism. It is training the mind with what are essential. So it is to aim instills students with the essentials of academic knowledge in acting a back to basic approach. So what to teach? Ano bang tinuturo dito? So, emphasize in academic education na maituro sa students yung mga basic skills or the fundamental of R's, such as reading, writing, arithmetic, and right conduct. How to teach. So, essentialism teachers emphasize mastery of subject matter, so expected to become intellectual and role model to the students. Also, observance of our requirements in longer academic year. Next is progressivism. It is the idea that education comes from the experience of the child. Bakit tinuturo? To aim develop learners into becoming enlightened and intelligent citizens. What to teach? Progressivism, a curriculum that responds to students' needs and that relates to their personal lives and experience. So, si teacher teach students that are practical for life and encourage them to grow into better people. They also teach students the skills to cope with change. So, paano ito tinuturo? So, progressivism teachers employ experiential methods and they believe that one learns by doing.
Hello, good day everyone. My name is Christian John Castro and this is my part of the report. Perennialism or rational humanism. Why teach? They teach students to develop rational and moral powers. Belief in the primacy of reason and the human's ability to make rational judgments about the goodness of things. What to teach? The perennialist curriculum is a universal one on the view that all human beings possess this same essential nature. Heavy on humanities and general education, so it focuses on humanities and general education. Great books. So they use great books for teaching. How to teach. The perennialist classrooms are centered around teachers. The teachers do not allow the students' interests or experiences to substantially dictate what they teach. They apply whatever creative techniques and other tried and true methods which are believed to be most conducive to disciplining the student's mind. So generally it focuses on teaching. Next is existentialism. Why teach? To help the students understand and appreciate themselves as unique individuals who accept complete responsibility for their thoughts, feelings, and actions. Existence precedes essence, and the meaning of that is every human being is solely responsible for their actions because we choose who we are. What to teach gives a variety of options from which to choose. So the students have the freedom to choose what options they they choose. Emphasis on the humanities. Vocational education to teach children about themselves and their potentials. In the arts, students are encouraged to practice individual creativity and imagination, so they focus on creativity. How to teach focuses on the individual. Learning is self-paced, self-directed. Teachers remain non-judgmental and take care not to impose their values on the students, since values are personal. Individual contact with the teacher. So in how to teach, it's more on one-on-one on the teacher. So the teacher can focus on the student. The next is behaviorism. Why teach? Student's behavior is a product of his environment. What to teach? Teach students to respond favorably to various stimuli in the environment. How to teach? Arranges environmental conditions so that students can make the responses to stimuli. That's all. Other philosophies according to Eisner. Reconstructionism or critical theory, religious orthodoxy, reconceptualism, cognitive pluralism.
Hello, good morning everyone. So this is Berlin Jean M. Catheter, and now let us move on to
Philosophies of education and teaching philosophy.
What is teaching? Teaching is an activity of educating or instructioning. Also, it is an activity that import knowledge and skills. What is philosophy? Any personal belief about how to live or how to deal with a situation. The study of the fundamental nature of knowledge, reality, and existence, especially with considered as academic discipline. Teaching philosophy in general, it is systematic and critical rational that focus on the important components of defining effective teaching and their impact on student learning. There are three purposes of teaching philosophy. First, conveys your teaching values, beliefs, and goals to a broader audience. So, meaning to say, we need to impart of our teaching values so that we can create communication to our audiences. The second is provide evidence of your teaching effectiveness. We need to provide references in teaching or evidences so that at the end of the lesson, we can create an effectiveness in our teaching. Lastly, identify ways you can grow and improve. We need to explore our strengths and weaknesses to be improved and grow in the future. 5 components of teaching statement. Conceptualization of learning, addressing what learning means to you or how you think learning happens. Conceptualization of teaching, what do you think it means or to teach? Goals for students. Implementation of the philosophy, illustration of how one's concepts about teaching and learning. Last, evaluation or assessments of goals. There you go. Format in writing a teaching philosophy. It is generally 1 to 2 pages in length. Use present tense in most cases. Include teaching strategies and methods to help people see you in the classroom. Make it memorable, unique. Lastly, own and or your own philosophy. I will leave to you a message. Example isn't another way to teach. It is the only way to teach. By Albert Einstein.